even if you can. Give your 100%, you have nothing left.
So you think it's wrong to say that you should give your 100%?
Who has told you to give your 100%?
For a long time, since I was a kid, my relatives used to be like, or my teachers used to be like, tomorrow's your exam, don't worry, but give your 100%. I'm like, okay, you want me to give my 100% to one
Paper.
Then even when I was studying later, even at my workplace, my boss used to be like, wow, you need to give your 100%.
So, when you gave that exam, how much did you get?
In
I
percent.
got
What was the result?
From 94, 95.
Percent.
So the teacher was not giving her 100%.
Teacher was not giving her 100%, but she expected.
See, that's not fair.
In corporate life, though, it's even worse. They say give more than your 100%.
What?
Yeah. They know there's nothing more than 100%.
Yeah.
So they don't give a figure. They don't say 110%. They say more than 100%. Like you have to give everything you have and then more.
See, I can understand if someone's like, give your 110% because it just sounds better. Like in terms of just listening or speaking, it's like 110. It's just, there's a nice flow to it. But saying more than 100% is, you're just being exploited.
But how do you give 110%?
Yeah.
So you give your 100%.
You can't, of course.
Then you give
Your child.
recharge and just give 10%. Like you do a bad job.
Yeah.
You have to give someone from your own family probably.
Yeah, you have to borrow, right? To give that
Yeah.
10 extra %, you'll have to borrow from someone.
And they're not giving that 100% when it comes to paying you. But they want the 100% from you.
Yeah.
They want 100%. 100%. 100 on 100.
And when they say things like give 100% to a paper or give 100% to your...
A campaign.
Yeah, campaign. It makes you look so bad if it doesn't go well. Like that's your 100%?
Yeah, exactly.
That's not my fault. That at 100% we did a bad job.
Yeah.
I think...
Also, maybe that is my 100%. Now what? You hired me,
Yeah.
right? Deal with it, right?
That's my 100%.
My job was to give 100%.
Yeah.
It
I
might
gave
be
it.
10% of your expectation,
Yeah.
but that's still my 100%.
100%.
Yeah. You should have articulated your need better. Na? Ki I want 90% of my expectation, not 100% of what you can do.
Then they'll realize the 90% of their expectation is 40% of you. That also they will not
Exactly. Then they'll be like, "Arey, iska to 40 mila na."
be happy. Uska 100 mil sakta tha. They
Greedy.
And
I
if
think
you're
it's
if you're
fun.
bad, then the next time they'll be like, I need your 200%.
Oh yeah.
Because your 100% was not
Not
good.
enough.
So please give me 200%.
200%.
And your colleague, they'll say, you give me 10%. How bad you will feel.
Very bad.
Now they have this information about you.
This way they know whose percentage is equal to
How much success.
They want to measure. They just want this data, I think. And I feel the other way around. Like you said, Rohan, like, what if that's my 100%? I always feel guilty. Because when they say give 100%, say suppose I'm working on a campaign, okay, I've worked all day and I like got it right, I'm like, yes, it's ready. Then I'm about to sleep. I'm like, no, but if I sleep, I'm giving some percentage of mine to sleep.
Yeah.
Then I'm working more. Then I keep working, I didn't sleep.
Yeah.
Next day, breakfast chain. I can't even waste my time saying nahi because I'm losing some 0.2%
Correct,
there.
correct.
It's very unhealthy.
Yeah. How can you give 100% to a job? Unless you're a soldier, then you're literally giving your 100%.
Yeah.
Unless you come back alive, then like, that's little.
And like he said, if he's not sleeping, if he's not eating, and he's giving his 100, at some point he keeps working and working, that 100 becomes less because he's already given some amount of percentage to the work.
Law of
Correct,
diminishing
correct.
percentages.
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Let's say they tell you give your 100%. It's your first week in the job.
Yeah.
You give your 100%. Then can you give 0% for the next 3 years?
No.
That's there. See. So don't ask for the 100%. Nah, ask for 10% and slowly take.
They don't explain
18%.
when to give
Huh.
it. Yeah, they don't tell you the timeline.
Yeah.
Hey, you're gonna work here for 3 years, give your 100% over 3 years.
Yeah.
हाँ तो मैं दे रहा हूँ ना अभी मैंने पास दिया है.
Or give 10 minutes every week, give me 100%.
Yeah. Decide the distribution order. Correct.
And it's not healthy, like I said. Say, suppose you're a like a heart surgeon. Like you do give your 100%. You heart ठीक कर दिया, but you still have percent to give.
Yeah.
अभी पेट ठीक करने लगा. पेट ठीक
जरूरत नहीं है ना. कभी जरूरत नहीं होती.
Nails cut कर दिया उसका patient का.
बाल काट दिए उसके,
बाल काट दिए,
लिपस्टिक लगा दी.
हाँ
लिपस्टिक लगा दी. या
मैं हॉबी में पोएम लिखता हूँ, पोएम लिख दी उसके लिए, मतलब इट्स नॉट नीडेड.
Following him home, taking care of the patient at home once the operation is over.
एंड द पेशेंट वो सब देख के उसका हार्ट कंडीशन वापस आ गया बिकॉज इज लाइक ये क्या हो रहा है.
I thought you were only going to touch my heart. You have...
Like they won't say this to like their electrical appliances or like a charging point, right? Like we buy surge protectors because sometimes too much electricity is also bad. You want a certain
inverters.
Correct.
Fluctuation.
हाँ fluctuation नहीं होना चाहिए ना, तो फिर उसमें तो 100% नहीं चाहिए तुमको.
It's actually a marketing thing. You hear a lot of successful people saying, you know, whatever you do, give your 100%. I give my 100% to it. But the thing is, they're lying. They're lying.
If they have given the 100%, who's talking to us?
Exactly.
0% is talking to us.
Correct.
I don't want to listen to 0%.
Correct.
I will take advice from zero.
Yeah. Also, is that your 100%? That you're saying whatever you do, just give your 100%. Should give more specific this thing. Now, what if I am trying to give 20%? Should I give 100% when I'm trying to give 20%?
What if
Because they have said whatever you do, give 100%.
You're calling a cab, give 100%.
How will you give?
How can you give?
रुको टैक्सी आप ही के साथ जाना है.
Stop all the cabs, ask everybody the price, sit with everybody.
Get the best taxi driver.
Give it your 100%. Where you have to reach, you're not reaching only because you're giving 100% to the cab.
You can't give 100%
to whatever you do. Give your 100% in relationships.
Arre? If you're giving your 100% in relationship, the other person has to do nothing then.
Yeah. And if the other person is also giving 100%, तो फिर बचा नहीं ना कुछ.
तो क्या करें?
Yeah.
Then you'll have
then you're just having an all like sex the whole 24/7.
That's what it is.
100%. That's what 100% is.
To have sex.
24/7. But what if when your baby comes?
Now give 100% to the baby.
Also, the problem is these discussions and negotiations happen very separate to each other. They are compartmentalized. It should be put together.
Yeah.
Like you go in a room on the table, you have your relationship partner, you have your boss, you have your parents, and you're like, okay, who wants how much?
Yeah.
And what do I get back? उस हिसाब से करो ना.
You need to keep some percent for yourself also.
Correct.
Yeah. They don't like it, huh? I tell you, they don't like when you're honest about it. Like if you go to your boss and your boss says, Rohan, give me 100%. And you can't be like, no boss, I'll give you 16%. He will not like it. He or she will not like it.
Really?
They will not like it. Can you have this honest discussion?
No, you can't. But that's the culture we need. And we need documentation. We need, someone says, give me 100%. I'm like, sorry, I have this contract with my wife where I'm already giving 30%.
So you
and my contract with my parents where I'm giving 10%.
Yeah, they need to be able to see. It should be like an ID card. You know how we have license and PAN?
Yeah.
Every year your percentages can be updated.
Exactly. Yeah. Keep it. I'm like, it's not set thing. You can always have those negotiations. But also then it becomes easier for me because if I have given 35% to my partner, then I can always go to my boss saying, see, I can't give 100%. Does 60% work for you? If you want me to give 75%, talk to my wife.
Yeah.
You guys figure it out, na? Kisko kitna chahiye? उस हिसाब से I am flexible enough, right?
Yeah, that's how we live. That's how I like to live. If I stop in autumn, like अंधेरी जाओगे, से नहीं जाएगा, I go back home because I've allocated only 5% to the auto guy, and that's done. So I don't want to give more.
You can't step out.
You can't step out.
At least then you're sorted. There's clarity between everyone. Everyone's on the same page.
And at least people will not be angry. Now you call your friend, you say, I can't come. Why? I used my 5% for the auto.
Correct.
He's like, okay, you know what? Fair.
Yeah. ये सब झूठ बोलना, एक्सक्यूज देना, ये कहाँ से यहीं से तो आ रहा है कि वो हम क्लैरिटी रख नहीं पा रहे हैं, वो ट्रांसपेरेंसी हो नहीं पा रही, तभी तो हो रहा ही है. I want to see a world where my boss is talking to my gym trainer saying कि देखो boss, अभी month end है, you take 20%, month end I'm telling you next week I'll give you 80.
Yeah, you take money.
तुम आपस में कर लो तुम.
Yeah.
मेरा confusion खत्म ना फिर.
Yeah, because what you're basically saying, Rohan, is like I have 100% to give.
Yeah.
But I don't have 100% to give to everyone and everything.
Everything.
So you guys auction.
And then I can keep for myself whatever I want.
Yeah.
20% is non-negotiable. 80 में तुम देख लो तुम्हारा जो जिसको जो चाहिए. Highest bidder wins, right?
Yeah, makes sense.
You will also have a say at some point. You will be like, you know what, boss, I prefer giving you 30%. I'll take 15% from my wife because
Correct.
you will have your say.
Correct,
right?
correct.
But that democracy and that what he's saying is that transparency should be there.
Yeah.
ताकि एक बार decide कर लो.
Yeah.
So everyone knows what expectations they should have from each
Correct.
other.
Correct.
I don't think so. They'll do the meeting well, yeah. Even if you give them this platform, now they'll mess it up because they are not giving their 100% for that meeting.
Ah.
Yeah, they're also coming in with some
14%.
3%.
Sometimes people give their 100%. I'm like, why are you giving so much to me?
Yeah.
I don't need it.
I don't want your 100%.
Who are you?
Another problem is that when you know, I've never heard someone say ki, at least you gave your 100%.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you give 100% and the desired result is not achieved. Then nobody says ki, it's okay, you gave your 100%.
No.
That is not happening often enough. They usually shame you that this is your 100%. Like, yes, it is my 100%. Abhi kya karoge?
They gaslight you. They're like, are you sure you gave your 100%?
Haan.
Are you sure?
Yeah. The way they say, at least you gave your 100%, they can't. First of all, that sentence doesn't make sense, okay? You can't say at least because 100% cannot be at least.
At least.
Yeah.
haan.
Yeah.
At most.
At most
you
you
gave
gave your 100%, so don't feel bad, which they will not say.
Yeah.
What's the maximum percentage you have given?
I don't think I've given more than 45.
For what have you given?
Anything, just generally in life.
That's your rule. 45 ke upar you don't go.
Not a rule, but like I think if I have to see at what I have given the most, I think 45 is the most I've given at any point.
For me, it's 39.
39 where?
Yeah. 39 I had given to my college football team.
Oh.
Yeah. It's it was not worth it.
It would have, this result was not good.
I mean, I shouldn't have given more than 14. But I gave 39 because at that point of time I felt.
Haan.
And then, to be honest,
ठीक है, मतलब, you live and learn, I guess.
was not in a relationship.
Haan.
Parents were there.
But you bought back your shares now once you realize it's too
Once
much.
I stopped it, I got the 39% back and then I redistributed it.
For the rest of your
Haan.
life.
You learn.
It's good to have a diverse portfolio when you're giving yourself, I feel.
I made very silly mistakes. I once gave 100% to catching a flight on time.
You gave
Oh.
100%.
I gave 100. I know.
How are the returns? Not good.
I missed it.
You missed the flight.
I missed it. I gave 100%
That's tough.
and they said, at least ma'am you tried, and because I was waiting there at the counter and they kept me waiting.
There is a counter for that. They're counting your percentages.
Yes, they were counting at the ticket counter to see not only had I missed my flight, but they were like, okay, she's given 100%, so they're like, let's go talk in the back and check. And I waited for 20 minutes and some other people came and they were 40 minutes late. So they're telling them that we can obviously not let you in because she has given her 100% and still we are not letting her in.
Okay.
So for them now, they were judging me that I gave 100% for this. It was a very humiliating
They must have
experience.
felt bad. No?
That's private, confidential stuff. They should not be.
I wish they had not used me as an example.
Yeah.
Because
That's
now
not
they're
for-
thinking, this Urooj, had she given only 15%,
Ah.
we would have gone. Because now they're like, you've
Yeah.
already given 100%.
Yep.
How can. Yeah.
And they're also thinking, who gives 100% to getting a flight on
Flight
time?
also,
Yeah.
See, generally, I would suggest that you should always own the majority shares in yourself.
Okay.
That's like just generally my feeling is, it's always worked for me. So
You're
that's
right.
why I never give 45%.
So you
Max to
always-
max, I'll give 48. But controlling shares I need for myself.
So 51% you will have with yourself.
Always.
Or if it's more than two people, two parties or three parties,
Still, I'll be like,
majority
you-
stake
you-
is yours.
I'm not diluting my shares. You figure it out between yourselves. You figure out.
Yeah.
Because I am building for tomorrow. Na? I'm not.
How
you know?
No, you're right. Actually, I'm working on it. I'm discussing it in like therapy and stuff because I struggle with keeping majority shares with
Yeah.
myself. It's a problem.
It's very important.
How much percentage are you guys giving for this podcast?
Probably, I would say 12.
I'm giving somewhere around 20 because I came from really far away.
I mean, we really appreciate that. That's a lot.
I'm giving 6, but quality 6 I'm giving. Yeah.
Sounds like a
Are you
little
giving-
less to me.
Yeah.
It is, I mean, I just want to be honest.
Rahul, but I'm giving 20. He's giving
12.
12. You're giving 6.
I'm giving 6. But quality 6.
So she's giving more than 3 times what you're giving.
Yeah.
But
right?
what you're implying is that your quality 6% is equal to my 20%.
No,
Mine is also quality.
Yeah, that's really
I'm not
insulting,
implying
actually.
anything. I'm just saying.
I
things
feel like I'm
that-
at an airport all over again.
You think we're
To be
giving, like,
very
the
honest, I
shitty
really like your 12%. I like only 10% of your 80.
Wow.
Urooj.
This
but I'm-
from a man who's giving 6. Okay.
Wow.
Quality 6. Let
Wow.
me.
Shouldn't other people be the judge of that, Rahul?
Yeah, you know what? I mean, if you let other people judge you, then it's doomed for you. Always.
I have a big problem with your valuation at this point.
How much do you want me to give?
Rahul, I cannot give a single percent more to this conversation because if you are not going to value it,
Yeah.
I have trauma and I cannot relive the trauma with
Okay.
what you are saying right now.
Guys, you want me to increase the percent? I can.
It's
You should
not
go
an
up to
issue
10
of-
at least.
10.
At least.
See, it's not an issue of what we want. It's a okay. Just before I also feel what Urooj is feeling. I am feeling very emotional, but I'm not going to react emotionally. I just want to understand. Explain your valuation to us. Why is your 6% so high quality? What makes it so high quality?
So as you all know, we are made up of the percentages we give. Right. So
Correct.
I'm giving somewhere else 4%, 10%.
Hmm.
But the quality of those 10% that I'm giving is a medium quality 10%. Wherein I'm giving my 10%, but a medium quality. The results are not great.
Right.
Because that's how I've evaluated.
Right.
For me, it's always a what do you call it? It's a cumulative. It's a product. It's a weighted average of quality and percentage.
Mm-hmm.
This is the topmost quality
Right.
of work. So
High
it's
return percentage.
efficient, very
Right.
efficient. 6% I'm giving. So I can give 15%. But if I give 15% to this, the quality will go down. That's how I decided. But hey, I am open to feedback. If you guys think there is a
So
need.
are these the only two options? Like either we take the 6% high quality or we take the 15% low quality.
You know what? Because we've been working together for a while, I can push a few buttons.
How high can you go?
I can go till. Let's do 11 with good quality.
I will want to bring my percentage down so that this is a more equal relationship
How much
moving
would
forward.
you come down to?
15. But
I think we can work with it. 15, 12, 11.
Hey, I'm okay to raise it to 15 next month, but this month
this month you can only do 12.
I want to give only 11.
11.
11.
I think this can work though.
This can work?
12, 11, 15? No?
15, 12, 11. Yeah.
It sounds fine. It sounds fine.
I can come out to 13 if you want. If that makes it.
Hey, but Rohan,
more
you have that
palatable.
other project also.
No, that I'll manage.
You manage?
Yeah. I've spoken to the investors. They know what I'm doing.
They're
So,
fine.
yeah.
13, 12, 15, 12, 13, 15 sounds good to me.
Let's
And
do it.
You know what? I'm feeling a little emotional. Only if my boss had done this. I had this open discussion.
This open discussion, yeah.
I really appreciate that we talked it through. There were some highs and lows in that
Yeah.
conversation, but we all stuck around. Like,
Yeah. And I feel everyone's walking away happy from this.
yeah, I'm feeling lighter after getting that off my chest.
It's probably because you reduced your percentage.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Guys, give me a second. I'm just redistributing my percentages.
Take your time. You want to speak to your accounts guy?
No, I've just given 2% of my to relocate stuff. So
Hmm.
it's done, guys. So that's out. If you're listening to us, how much percentage are you giving to this podcast? Let us know